Hey Metal Maniacs, this is Kamala from Brazil, and you are freshening it up on Dave Softees Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio.
Alrighty, Metal Maniacs, here we go. Please help me welcome to Metal Messiah Radio, hailing from Campinas, Brazil. Joining us to talk about the band's latest release, Eyes of Creation, from Brazilian thrash metal legends Kamala, we have joining us Raphael Olmos on guitar and vocals, Allan Malavasi on bass and vocals, and Isabela Moraes on drums.
Hello, how are you?
How you
It's an
doing?
honor to us, David.
How you doing, guys?
It's Alan here, the bass player, Raphael and Isabela. Thank you for the opportunity.
I thank you for joining
Thank
me.
you for your invitation. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure for me as well. I want to welcome you to the Metal Meltdown, and thank you for taking the time to be here. How are you doing all out there? Over there, you're having very warm weather. I understand it's like
Yeah,
summertime, and over here it's been like winter.
yeah.
Yeah. We are literally melting down, you know.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting, and it's amazing. We're not really that far away, but the climate change is so different where you are to where I am. But hopefully, it'll get there eventually. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's an honor to get with you, and I have to give a shout out to someone you know, brother Victor Augusto of Brazil. He recommended that I get with you for the interview, so I said, "Yeah, why not? Let's do it." So thank you, Victor, and I'm glad that you guys could be here.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you, Victor, bro.
Yeah. We'd like to thank Victor a lot because he helps us a lot with all this international stuff, you know. He keeps playing our songs on lots of international radio, and it's very good for us.
Yeah, and Victor became a personal friend because on the beginning he was just a journalist that like our art, our music, but he loves metal,
Oh
and
yeah,
this is a common part with us as a band. He's as a journalist like you as a DJ. This is the most important in metal. You have to love what you do. So this is
exactly,
really important.
exactly. And Victor's been a very regular part of Metal Messiah Radio. He's in our chat room all the time, and he's won a bunch of CDs through me over the years, as well as I asked him to be part of my Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio promotions team, and he's an editor on there, and that's where I noticed he put something from Kamala on the page and said, "Hey,
Hmm.
Dave, why don't you get with an interview?" And I says, "Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it." So
So
things happen
he's
for a
awesome.
reason. Oh yeah, very good. And then it's great that we could do this. Let's give a little history of the band. I noticed that Kamala's been around for a very long time, being
Yes.
formed in 2003, and you have 5 full offerings out there. The latest being
Mhm.
Eyes of Creation. It's a really kick-ass thrashing treasure, I like to call it. And has all your music been self-released, or have you been on a label in the past? Or are you seeking a label? What is the story with that?
No, no. All the previous album was just small labels in Brazil.
Right,
Uh, the last two albums, Eyes of Creation, and Mantra, was totally independent.
right.
So we are looking for a major label.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
so
because
easy.
the first albums was just small labels just for distribution of
Right.
the album, right right deep into the interior of Brazil, just and not international stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's the way it is. It's not that easy to get signed, and a lot of
Yeah,
up and coming bands, even today, they're just looking to get their music out, and they sign with a distribution, not really with a label, but with a distributor to get the music out there. But
Yeah.
there's no money involved, really. They're paying a nominal fee to get the music out there, but it's not like it's a money making venture. Unfortunately, that's what the metal today is really all about. No money unless you get good gigs and you can get paid making the
Hmm.
music live. So I hope that's working out for you. We'll get to that though, and let's
yeah,
learn.
it works pretty well because we actually we just want a label for do the distribution to, you know, to unleash all the musics, not for making money because it's not what we want right now. We need more, you know, we need to be more on the people's houses and all this kind of stuff because uh, today all the international stuff that we have is because we brought it. Okay, it's not or just on Facebook or YouTube, but not with a full length album on the hands of the people. You know.
I understand you, yeah. And let's learn all we can about Eyes of Creation. How did your songs all come together? Who is mainly the musical part of the band, and who is the lyrical part of the band? How do you get to do your songs? Is there a process that you have?
Yeah, actually, Raphael gets a lot of ideas for the riffs, but we like to work together. And the song, Isabela went for the record, and she contributed a lot for the drum tracks. The song lyrics we like to write all together as well. We got some ideas, but Raphael comes with the riffs, and then we start to placing the bass lines and the drum lines and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, the lyrical part is just after.
Yeah,
all
just
the instrumental part is
yeah.
done.
We write the lyrics just after we have all of the instrument stuff done.
Very good. It's working, so that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
No, thanks.
As long as it works, right? And
Yeah.
could you tell us where this was mixed, mastered, and produced? What studio this was recorded in?
Yeah, we recorded at RG Studio, RG for Brazilian events. It's in Americana, near City by, and we did this for the last two records. Mantra and Eyes of Creation were the same producer. It's a small studio, but they work pretty well.
Excellent. So it's working out pretty well for you then.
Yeah.
Yes. And we recorded very quickly, 10 days.
Yeah, both of the albums we like for 5 to 10 days
Yes.
to get all the work done.
That's pretty fast.
And the guy,
Yeah, we always made a pre-production work. So when we go to the studio, we know what to do, and the producers work with us. It's the same studio that we recorded the EP, Consequence of Our Past, only for digital streaming. And Mantra, and now Eyes of Creation was recorded by Guilherme Maloso.
It's a great production, and I have to tell you, when I first heard the album, I didn't realize you were a three-piece band. You sound like you're a lot richer sound than a three-piece band. I must tell you that.
oh, thank you.
And
We like to record and we like to record the stuff that we can play it live.
Yes.
For example, we don't have guitar parts for the solo, rhythm parts, or just the bass doing the job. Not so post-production stuff.
I hear you.
Yes, it's the same for the vocal stuff. So it's really important for us sounds like when we play live.
Yeah, that is important. Yeah.
Yes, because we heard so many bands that has a super sound on the albums, and when we saw live, it's not the same. So
yeah, that's disappointing when it's overly produced in the studio, and then when you see them live, it's not the same band. That's a shame.
Yeah, it work. It's generally it works for big bands who have all the structure to put the sample and all this kind of stuff. But unfortunately, here in Brazil, we don't have the same amount of structure, so we need to do the best ourselves live.
That's understandable. It's true. And the cover art, it's quite a beautiful cover art. Could you tell us who designed the cover art for Eyes of Creation?
Was made by Felipe Rostodella. Is the same artist that made Mantra. He's we joke that he's like our Derek
Riggs.
The same for Iron Maiden.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
he captured all that we want on the cover art.
It's really awesome. Funny. It's really funny because we say the concept to him and like, oh, we need for Mantra, say, oh, we need some elephants, and but it was right on the point.
Exactly that we want.
Yeah, and Eyes of Creation, the same stuff. We just said, oh, and even less information. We just said, oh, it's gonna be called Eyes of Creation, and they said, what do you think about this, and bam, the same stuff.
It's killer.
That's great when you can give an idea to an artist and he can come through and bring this out to you in your vision and make it happen. So congratulations on that as well.
Yeah, because it's important to us because, for example, he's a friend of us. He's a fan of the band. So if he can capture what we mean with our stuff, it's really important. So it's good to have this, like freedom for him.
Absolutely. And we were mentioning a little bit earlier about your music being self-released and how tough it is out there in Brazil or all around the world, really. It's not easy. But I'm curious to know on how this is going for you as far as being in search of a label, having any prospects out there as far as finding a contract with a label, or do you find self-releasing your material independently is working out better for you? What is your opinions and thoughts on that?
For now, us it's okay. With all streaming platforms, we can.
For us, it's working right now. With the streaming platforms, we can reach all the people we want.
Yes.
But we can say that we are actually searching for some record label and on this kind of stuff to do bigger stuff.
Yeah, because if we have a major label, we can have more support to make international tours and all the stuff. So it's very important to make the band bigger and bigger.
Exactly. Yeah, they make it. They help you with the touring and also maybe merch and also videos and everything that you need, because it's very difficult to do it all on your own.
Especially because we are just three of us, so we need to go on tour. We can't take many merch and as we like to take. And for us being in Brazil, because of the rate from the coin, it's very expensive to make this merch out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be really helpful to have a record label for us to help us on this stuff.
Absolutely.
And it will be great to have a CD and all the merchandise available, not just when we are
360 days by year.
This is most important.
This would be a wonderful thing, and that's part of one of the most important things about these interviews is by informing the fans on how they can support the band being Kamala, and we want to let the people out there that are listening, we want them to know where would be the best place, if you have links for us, for a fan of Kamala to get the physical copy of the CD or digital files of Eyes of Creation or anything from Kamala. And I would give your Facebook page, facebook.com/Kamala official. But if you have any other links that would be beneficial for the fans and for you, for us to inform the fans on what they could get and where they could get it, let's do that, because that to me is one of the most important things about these interviews, spreading the word about the band and having the fans support the band so they can make some money as well in doing what they do. So besides your Facebook, do you have any other links we can inform the fans about?
Yeah, also thanks for sharing this with all the guys. And actually we have our Instagram page. It's the same stuff on Facebook. It's Kamala Official. You can also check our YouTube channel. We are releasing some vlogs in Portuguese right now, but we are seeking for do it in English also. So you can check out our YouTube channel. We got all our video clips out there, the documentary for the tour, all this kind of stuff that we made. Live stuff.
And the previous album too.
Yeah, the previous albums are all there. And Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, all these streaming platforms, you can search for Kamala, and there you have it.
Excellent. That's good news. And I've noticed on your Facebook that you've been busy performing in Brazil, some live shows there. Can you share with us some of your favorite moments from these shows? And if you have any shows coming up that we could spread the word on, whether it's in Brazil or outside of Brazil, if you have any plans to do any tours in the USA, I know that's not always easy to do, but I'm sure the USA would love to see Kamala play live here.
Yeah, and for sure we're gonna love to play in the US the first time.
Yeah, we hope so, yeah.
In the near future.
Yeah.
So if any producer want to make this happen, call us.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we need, because for example, to getting on the USA, you need the visa, and for Brazilian people, it's harder than for Europe people. So we need to work hard on it because it's not easy, but we hope to get it as soon as possible.
Yeah, and on this year we're gonna make our next European tour again in October.
By the end of the year.
Yes, yes.
How was Europe for you when you tour Europe? How do the fans react to your shows?
Awesome, awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
It's a shock for us because, for example, in Brazil, a lot of gigs are closed because of the crisis and all this kind of stuff. But in Europe, we can play it on a Monday with a sold out gig.
Yeah.
And it's very, very nice. The people are very helpful and all this kind of stuff. So it works really, really great. And that's why we try to do once a year. So at least
yes.
once a year. So we hope to spread it wider for USA and even South American, from Chile, Argentina, all this kind of stuff. Uruguay, Colombia. Let's see what we can find.
We need to spread the word. Let's hope all this happens for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you'd like to talk about some of your past shows, what are your favorite moments of those shows? We'd love to hear it.
Yeah, too many moments, but it's really to mention one. We played on a Monday on Rouen in France, and the guy from the pizza delivery went with a box of pizza and entered the mosh pit, you know?
He entered the mosh pit with a pizza, yeah?
Yeah. With the pizza box.
With the pizza box, the delivery stuff, you know? And
I wish we had video for that.
Actually, we have it on our Instagram.
Yes.
We have it, so
that's good to know.
Check out some posts in the past, 2016,
yes,
in November.
Wow, I got to see that.
Crazy.
I had to see that. And just a moment ago, you gave your YouTube channel, so let me give the link. It's www.youtube.com/user/Kamala official. And like you said, I seen a bunch of session videos, and I believe you were telling me just the other day that you're about to hit the studio and make some new music or lyrical videos. Would you like to tell us what you have planned as far as your videos?
Yes, we have one more live rehearsal video to release, and next Sunday we're gonna shoot another video from Eyes of Creation. So
yeah, actually after the interview we're gonna speak to the guy who will record us. So we're gonna do a video shoot next weekend, and probably we're gonna release in a couple of months.
Oh,
maybe 2 videos.
Yeah, maybe 2 video clips. Let's see what happens, because
very good.
As an independent band, we need to see the costs of it.
And after the European tour, we're gonna enter to the studio to record the next album.
That's excellent.
To release next year.
Excellent. That means we'll have you come back for a new interview for the new album.
Yes.
I would love
and we hope to make the first United States tour.
Yeah. And why not do the interview on your site?
Oh, yeah.
That would be great. I would look forward to that for sure. And I understand you guys are real busy, and you took the time to do this today, and I really appreciate that. I can imagine how busy it is with the band and with your livelihoods and your teachings and everything that you do. And I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. Would each of you like to talk about your gear, your basses, your guitars, your drums, anything you'd like to talk about? And after that, I'm curious to know. I mean, the band, like I said, has a really tight sound. For a 3-piece, it's really an outstanding sound. And being that you've been around for so long, I have to ask you after this about your gear is that when did you find that this lineup was working out really well for you? Did you go through a lot of lineup changes before you got to this point?
Yeah. A lot.
That's what I thought.
A lot changes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, we like 14 former members.
So I don't know, maybe 15 or 16.
Yeah,
that's what I thought I saw. But it's good
But
that it's working out for you now, though.
yes,
Yeah,
working really,
we've
really
been along since unofficially. Isabella went for cover our former drummer uh, because he has some injuries on his shoulders and wasn't able to play anymore. So she came along and did the tour with just 1 month of rehearsal.
yes.
Yeah.
So it's been working great for us right now. Since I don't know, maybe it's gonna be 2.5 years
Yes.
of this lineup. It's been great.
That's good. Good news. I'm glad
And
to hear
after
that.
that, she had 2 months to learn
Yeah, 2 months
to work on the
to
album.
work in the album.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yes, yes. And on the past, Kamala have 2 guitars, but since Mantra, I became only one guitar and hide up the tuning to drop D, not drop B. So we get more trashy sound, and the people love it. So maybe we are on the right way.
I hear that. Yeah, very thrashy. I'm loving what I'm hearing from Kamala, which is also the reason why I'm happy to have you with us, so we can continue to give you the support with all your future releases and keep you coming back here on the Metal Meltdown to talk about your music. It's going to be exciting for me.
Thanks a lot from the heart.
Oh yeah, exactly. And so talk about your gear. Talk about Isabella. Talk about your drum kit, and guys, talk about your guitars, your bass, whatever you like to talk about.
Yeah, I actually when I go into play in the clubs and another I leave my stuff and to play in tour and I ask for my equipment so I don't
Take all the
take
gear.
off all the gear. So for me it's very easy because the guys and the producers of events asking me how the equipment I use and I um, explain to
Yes.
the guys and they come my equipment. So for me it's easy.
Yeah, and she used a regular drummer
Yeah,
Yeah,
I use an chimbal to
Attack.
antenna to attacks and
Condition.
double pedal and
Yes.
condition and snare. Don't so for me it's very easy and go and make tours and next for the productions to take my stand.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, so it's very easy to bring the show. For me now, I have 2 guitars on the stage, a PRS and Jackson, and now in the last tour I bought the Line 6 Helix LT to became more easy to make tours, plug directly on the PA system, so I don't need amplifier
Cabinet.
and cabinet on the stage. If have, I use it too, so it's very easy to bring our backline. So, Alan?
Yeah, and for me, I actually use a Ibanez bass guitar from 1997, SR model with EMG active pickup, some wireless system. I'm hoping to get the POD HD 300 from Line 6 for the bass to do the same stuff that Raphael do, to put the bass into the PA system, and that's it. You know. And for microphones, we use Shure SM58,
Yeah,
so
the classic.
the classic one, and I think it's something like it. We like to keep it tighter and just use the common stuff to make it work, you know, because we are just three of us, so we don't want to carry too much stuff on the stage
Yes, and on the road.
and on the road as well. Yeah.
That's
Yes.
understandable for sure. And also, I want to ask, I don't expect it, but it always helps with the bands if they do get endorsements. So, are any products out there endorsing Kamala? If not, I don't know why they're not. But are you getting any endorsements from these companies that you play?
No.
Not now, and in Brazil it's very hard to give you some endorsement because we have some exportation.
Yeah.
We
We don't have the actual brands in here,
Yes.
you know. For example, there is not a Line 6 factory in Brazil.
Would each of you please let us know what each of you do when not doing Kamala? I believe Raphael told me, I think he teaches guitar lessons.
Yes, I teach guitar, acoustic and electric, bass, vocals, and ukulele.
Ukulele, very interesting.
Yes, somewhere over the rainbow.
And what about Isabela and Allan? What do you do when you're not doing the band?
And I have a beauty salon.
A beauty salon.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, and we have other girls with work with me, and I make this.
Yes.
Very nice.
Allan?
I kind of do the boring stuff. I have, how can I say, I work with engineering projects for LPG gas and cryogenic stuff, you know.
Wow.
I make projects on AutoCAD. This is what I do for a living for like the past 10 years.
It sounds pretty important, really.
Yeah. If I don't do the right stuff, I can blow some people out, you know?
Wow.
But I've been working on it like 10 years by now, so it's some stressful, but it's good because it gives me the freedom that I can get a month for going on tour and all this kind of stuff. So
that's convenient.
Yes, that part.
All of us, is owner.
Yeah.
So we should keep available to make tours and all the stuff.
Yeah,
this is really important to.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. That definitely sounds like a plan. But otherwise, you sound like you keep very busy between the band and your regular jobs. You seem like you keep very busy.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the time.
But that's the way you like it.
But fortunately, we have the internet and Facebook, WhatsApp. I actually live 30 kilometers from here, from Campinas. I live in the neighbor city, but that's not a problem for us because we got on weekends we can rehearsal and do the planning stuff, and we keep on contact every time by cell phone and this kind of stuff.
That's convenient.
Yeah.
And how about at this time, I'd like to know if you would like to say anything to your fans that are out there tuning in right now. Is there anything that you would like to say to your fans?
Oh, first of all, we're gonna thank all the support around the world. So keep checking our YouTube channel, Instagram, and all the stuff, because we have a lot of stuff to release, and spare our name to our friends and family, all the stuffs, and most important, come to the gigs to see the live show.
Yeah, if you want to support the band, go to the concerts. You know.
Yes.
It's great when people come to the show and buy our merch stuff and talk with us. You know, and give us the feedback of what's happening. If they like the CD, what they would like for us to do, and all this kind of stuff. So it's great when people go to the concert.
Yes.
And we would like to thank everyone around the world, especially Victor and you, for making this interview happening. So, and we hope to, if you have some fans in the USA, let us know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Get on contact with us on Facebook, Instagram. We will be really pleased to talk with all the guys.
Yeah, for us and for the band is very, very important, because without you guys, we can make this happen. Without the fans, we can make this happen. So we need you. I think that you need us in your music, and for us it's a pleasure. It's an honor. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Very well said, and we will definitely spread the word here in America and have the American thrash metal fans contact you, let you know what they think about your music. And I've invited more friends to like your page. You have a nice amount already, but let's hope that that continues to grow, and hopefully you can get visas and get with a more well-known, let's say, band that's with a major contract, record label-wise, and they could bring you here in America for a tour of the USA. That would be exciting.
Yes.
We are working for
as soon as possible.
Yes. And thank you and all the crew of radio shares that play a lot of our song on her program too. So it's a big metal family. This is from the heart, all of us working together to keep the metal alive.
Well, I want to thank all of you, Raphael, Allan, and Isabela. Thank you for joining me on the Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio. I've truly enjoyed getting to know you, and I do believe we will have many more future interviews in the years to come for each new release that you have. So you know you will have a home here on the Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. Thank you. It's an honor for us.
An honor for me too. And I want you to have a great what's left of this new year, 2019. But I want to make sure before we go, is there anything else that you would like to bring out there to the metal maniacs? Anything that you'd like to tell them that we've had yet to discuss?
I think the question is just how the people are still going to the concerts, what they want from, and I need it's a good discussion for us to see what's metal gonna be like in the next years, you know. Because
that's a good question.
Sorry?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because for example in Brazil it's worse than ever.
I'm sorry to hear that. Wow.
We have some great bands that also sings in Portuguese, but they can't go international because of this stuff from the lyrics, and a lot of places shutting down because people won't come to go to the concerts. For example, Spotify, Deezer, all these streaming platforms helps us a lot.
Absolutely. Now, do you think that the reason why it's so, let's say you say it's very bad, the worst it's been in Brazil, do you think the economy has anything to do with this, or do you think...
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, because we have plenty of taxes, you know, for... we more than anyone, we work for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I run a company, Raphael gives classes, and Isabela runs a beauty salon, and we know that the taxes are fucking huge, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's out of this planet. And sure, people don't have the money, and the places that they need to charge more because of the taxes, and people get less money, so they can go to the concerts, or even worse, they can buy merch stuff, they can buy anything. It's difficult just to enter the gig, but...
you have to choose buy a beer
or even you have to choose. I will go to the concert, but I can't afford even one beer because all my money is on the entry. You know.
And it's the same to get our gear too. It's too expensive. We bought most of the equipment outside of Brazil.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry to hear about the economy there in Brazil. Maybe, you ever think of maybe relocating, maybe getting your visas and come to the USA to live, and maybe you have a better chance to survive in this metal world of ours, in whether it be America or Europe, Germany, or anywhere? You ever think of relocating out of Brazil into another area?
Why not?
Why not? It happens some days we think about it, but we have long thoughts about it, you know, especially when we are on tour and our blood is warm and we getting all these good feelings from everybody and say, why don't we move here? But it's a little less complicated that we want, but why not?
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day in the future. Let's see what happens.
Let's hope for a prosperous future for you and Kamala, and Buddy the dog.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you the best in the future of Kamala, whether you stay in Brazil or find another address to live to be able to survive in this world of metal. But like I said, you'll always have a home here to talk about your music on every new release, and I'm looking forward to the future and talking with you more. But for now, let's go crank up some more Kamala and crank it up loud.
Perfect. Thank you a lot, David. We really appreciate you're a really kind person. Thank you.
Yes, it was really great.
Thank you. I appreciate the interview very much.